Good morning, everybody. Up here by Barron's this morning, we got soybeans coming up. They're coming up pretty thick here. There was a little bit of a problem with the planter that was double or triple seeding here, but we'll see how things come along as it goes. Alright, out in the barley field this morning, starting to see lots of spot blotch showing up. I'm seeing this pretty much all throughout the territories, mostly in barley. It's spreading pretty quick. Stuff like this would be a good candidate for a fungicide at herbicide timing. In this case, the herbicide has already been done, so we will keep an eye on it and we'll monitor it. We might be doing a flag leaf fungicide in here if it's worthwhile. This is just going to be feed barley here, so we're going to keep an eye on it. Alright, here's something I'm starting to see a lot more of. I started seeing this last week and it's becoming more apparent now. This is a particularly bad patch I'm in right now. But what this is Pythium root rot. And I don't know how well you can see it there, but these roots here are actually dead. So they've turned brown and they're done. And the plants are they're putting out new roots. But you can see the tips on some of them are brown already as well. So they're not doing very good. So I mean, they're stressed and they're alive, and they will likely pull through, but they will be stunted and quite a ways behind, which is what you can see here. This patch looks a little stunted. You see right there, it's fine. So if you're seeing this, that's more than likely what you're seeing, and it's pretty much, I mean, at this point our seed treatment is pretty much worn off, and we're looking at, you know, we had, what was that, about 2 weeks ago when you had cold, wet temperatures, and that's what brings on Pythium. Alright, I'm out in one of my little pea strip trials today, so just give you a quick overview of what's going on here. So this is control. You can see it's nodulating pretty good. Here we have Actigrow humic acid, 22%. This was applied at time of seeding, but not in furrow. This was just sprayed with a backpack sprayer, basically. This is the Actigrow humic acid plus catalyst. You see we got a bunch more side branches and stuff going on here. Really nice lush growth, and it's you know, pretty good root development. Lots of nodes forming on there. They're still a little hard to see. They're still quite small. Then we're on to the soil aid. This is a really good one too. You know, good side growth here. Very lush, very nice. Root development here is very good as well. Lots and lots of nodes coming on there. And then we're on to the ASLE, Azel NF, not sure how you pronounce that, and it looks really good too. This was just applied last week, so probably not a whole lot showing up on this yet, but nodulating good, roots are good. And then here we got Lignajewel. So this has got very good top growth on it, very good roots, lots of nodes forming on here as well. So I think these three products were basically just applied last week, so I would be very surprised if we're seeing much of a difference yet, but we'll keep tabs on it throughout the season. Okay, here's another weed for you. This is common burdock. So this is a particularly small one. This is probably coming up from last year's seed. There's a couple bigger rosettes out here in this field you can see, and those ones are perennials. It's the best way to control this is group 4 chemistry in the field. So dicamba, Lontrell is all very effective on this at burning it down and killing that root. Yeah. Other than that, it's most herbicides will give it top growth suppression for the season, similar to Canada thistle control. It's a beautiful sunny morning down here by Colehurst, and I'm in the Guitano fall rye. And it's looking like a beautiful crop right now. It's grown at least a foot in the last week. Some of the heads are now at my waist. Last week it was pretty much just below my knees. You can see we're heading out pretty good now. There's still quite a few are in boot, but most of them in this particular field, which was first seeded, are starting to head. So we have great hope for this yielding pretty well here. And of course this is irrigated, so it's looking really nice. Yeah, look at the size of these heads on this hybrid rye. This stuff is monstrous. It's like that, the head is just about 5 inches long, and it's only just barely emerged from boot. So great hopes for this. Okay, here's the results of one of my favorite herbicide mixtures, Simplicity and Enforcer D. So it's got a really good 2,4-D rate plus the group 2 Simplicity in here. So it's dynamite on these small weeds. Like you can see these lamb's quarters, they just got sprayed last night and they're going down already. So that's the one thing I love about 2,4-D products. You can see the results so quick. Yeah, should have really good control here. You can see these bigger ones are starting to twist up really good. And this is not even 24 hours after application. So you come back here in a few days and these will really be screwed up. Alright, here's something interesting you see once in a while, mostly in barley, but wheat and durum will get it too. You see all these wrinkles on the leaves here. That's basically where we had a period of intense growth, and it's almost like growing pains that you're seeing. So this probably happened while this leaf was developing in the sheath, probably 2 weeks ago when we had that wet weather, and then we had a couple nice days and we had some really rapid growth. So that's what we're seeing here, and usually, you know, that'll kind of smooth out after a little while and you won't hardly see it anymore. So no, nothing never to be concerned about. It's basically just healthy growing. Alright, here's some wild oats that got sprayed 6 days ago with the heavy rate of Centurion, and you can see the group 1 damage in these wild oats. That newest leaf is just crisped right off here. The older leaves are starting to turn yellow already. So that's usually the first symptom you're going to see, is that center leaf is going to pull out really easy. Instead of breaking off, it's just going to pull out, and it's going to be kind of rotted off or pinched at the bottom, and that's what you want to see. You know, some of these are advanced enough that they're burned right off that middle leaf. As you can see, this one is just a crispy little thing. So that's what we want. That's what we want to see. Alright, I'm out in another canola field down by McGrath this time, and you can see the flea beetle feeding here is pretty aggressive. This field also was sprayed with Matador a couple days ago. There's flea beetles are still in here actively feeding. So we're going to be hitting this with Pounce 62.5 mils, and we're going to get them under control. And that should give us at least a little bit of residual to get these ones that are underneath here sheltering that you wouldn't hit with contact only. So hopefully that'll work a little better out here. This is TrueFlex canola, so we want to see it do good. Alright, here's another weed for you this week. We've got some red-root pigweed that's starting to really make an appearance now. So easily identifiable by that purple on the underside of the leaf there. And looks somewhat like lamb's quarters. I guess it's in the same kind of family, kind of that amaranth pigweed family. And fun fact about it, 100% edible. Throw it in a cooking pot and steam her up just like spinach. It's actually not bad.
Here's canola from a split field where on the left we have Prosper, and on the right we have Helix Vibrance plus Lumiderm. This was in a variety comparison, and you can see that there's quite a difference in flea beetle pressure, and they were not very far apart at all. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.